Well, hey everybody. We're gonna be doing something slightly different today. So I just wanted to sort of like talk about the way that I build Leewa. So unlike every other Bionicle in this collection, I built Leewa before I made the first video. There was one canister that didn't fit in all the boxes that I shipped, and so I had to put it in my suitcase to fly with it. And so I was like, I had it as soon as I got here, and I just built it. And yeah, so we'll talk about Leewa and the modifications that I do to him. But first, yeah, Leewa I think is like one of the coolest of the Bionicles. He has this axe, which is unique. I think it's the only weapon in the first generation of the Toa that is never reused. So for example, Onua's claws and Golly's fish hooks, those are reused in many different sets, including even in the first wave, as I've already talked about, right? In the dragonflies and the scorpions. And then Pahatu's weapon, his sort of kicking feature on his feet, that is also recolored as silver in the Toa Nuva wave. And so the other two, Kopaka, that's recolored a few different places. In Bionicle, it's the beak of the goggle bird. It's recolored in like a sand orange, or something. I don't know if that's the name, but a light orange color. It's also, I think, recolored in silver and used as like a Technic helicopter blade in some set. And then Tahu is famously, his red sword is recolored and reused in black in that Agent series as the gate to the Dr. Ogle's base, I think. Sorry if I'm getting that reference wrong, but it's recolored in black and used in a system set as part of a gate to a fortress. So yeah, Leewa is unique is that this piece is never recolored and never reused in any other set. There is a known prototype of this that is recolored in teal, but to my knowledge, that is a one-off, and was not part of any set. I think it's the same teal color as Kongu, the Matorian that goes with Leewa. His the tertiary color for this line is a teal green. But yeah, and then so in terms of Leewa, as I say, he has these thinner arms. Here's what we're gonna do. We'll at least flip through the instruction manual just to make sure that everything is right. So yeah, here we go. As you can see, this is black like Tahu, not light gray like Kopaka. And that's interesting. I'll get into more details on all of that in another video. So yeah, he's got this gear action. And then here we go. This is the modification that I have made to Leewa that for this video we're undoing. So Leewa is unique among the Toa. I'll just take his head off so you can see this better. It's that he has this, in the instructions, this gray component here. And it makes his left arm a swinging arm. None of the other Toa have a loose arm like this. And it also has this odd gap in his shoulder. And so what I liked to do, for whatever reason, is to make him more like Tahu and Kopaka and lock this arm into place. I get it, that he's supposed to be a jungle in the jungle, and that's why it's supposed to it's like a monkey type of thing, right? But yeah, it's just kind of annoying that the arm would always fall down. So I fixed it in place, but if you remember my previous video that Nuju was missing these two pieces, I'm pretty sure where they are. So I'll give these back to Nuju in a later video. And for right now, we're gonna correct Leewa. So yeah, it goes like this. And then, yeah, here we go with the head. And I will talk about this green Miru in a second. So yeah, Leewa has this bent arm like Pahatu and like Kapaka, unlike Tahu. It's just interesting kind of way that they really mixed it up, Bionicle did, in subtle ways on all the different sets that gives them all kind of personality. And yeah, so that's it. You know, the other interesting thing is Leewa's hand. I don't know if this was supposed to be motif off of, you know, the swing thing here, but it has these on it instead of having the, you know, the regular bars like the other two Toa that have those two-fingered hands. I've never known why. It's interesting aesthetically, but yeah, it's always kind of puzzled me. Yeah, I'd love to know in the comments if anyone knows why. But you know, it is a different adapter, right, that he has. And it's kind of interesting because if you look at the side here, right, this adapter would adapt here with the hips, whereas the other adapter would go in there. I have no idea if that's meaningful, but yeah, I never really understood what this was. It's, I think, a big mystery in the community as well. And so yeah, and then here's his case. So we're gonna look at the masks that I have as well. So we have the gold Miru, which was great. I want to say that was the first gold mask I ever got. And then Lewa, I have a couple recolors. So we'll put his main mask on for right now. And so here he is. He is built now. This is like the correct Lewa build. But then, yeah, look at what we've got here. We've got my only recolor of the Cow. These are, of course, like the rare ones. I want to say green might be the cheapest of all six, or of all five, right? The blue, I'm sure, is the cheapest. Whatever. And then this recolor of the Bakari. So yeah, Leewa's up there with Tahu in terms of I had the most recolors of his mask for some reason. I think that's cool. And then yeah, the gold Miru I think is sick. And this here, I'll just move this out of the way for a second. And we're gonna talk about the Trans Neon Miru real quick. So the Trans Neon Miru was not a released mask in the sense of you couldn't buy it. This was a Legoland exclusive in I think 2002, not 2001. So I don't know if it actually was a later wave or something. But yeah, so a really interesting mask. It was something that you had to get at Legoland when you visited, like during kind of that early era of Bionicle. I believe they gave them away to like everybody who visited, and they were just in these bins. I think that you could take them. And you know, the legend goes is that the employees, you know, as those eventually, like, you know, as that was rotated out of stock, that there was so much extra that employees just, you know, left with bags and bags of these masks. And so no one really knows how many there are. And that was 25 years ago or so. And so no one really knows how well it's been circulated, but there are some sellers online that, you know, have hundreds of these that in Bricklink and you know, I've seen it on eBay, I've seen it in other forums, and I haven't seen it recently, so I don't know if they've changed hands or what, but at least for a while it used to be that yeah, these were something that was, it's not really that rare, I really don't think, actually, but they do sell for kind of a premium. I think it's, you know, they range from probably 10 to 40 on Bricklink. The thing about it is a Miru. So remember we talked about the stress fractures or the stress marks that the red Miru had. This one, that there is some quality issue with the Miru overall, and so that is why there is a range of value for these. The other thing I want to talk about the trans neon Miru is that if you put this on Lewa, it's the same color as his eyes, and it's sort of his secondary color. And so this is unique because I don't believe that any other Toa Mata's mask was recolored in their secondary color. This, of course, it's not, but it's close. And then also, like, almost none of the Toa Mata, their eye color is close to their range of secondary colors. It's kind of interesting to think about the choices that Lego made for the eye colors. So yeah, I will actually make a whole video on this because when you think about, you have the trans Miru here, and then you have all the cows, right, which are like this one, which are trans as well. Trans, the color, like this is trans dark green, I think, or trans green. This trans neon green, and then you have light blue, dark blue, various things, and I'll get into it. But it's kind of cool. It's like his eyes are the color of the mask, which is almost like it shouldn't be that way. So yeah, thanks for listening, and that's Leewa.